welcome to Diaspora Gist. I'm Oyinkan and Ayo, and here's my brother who tries to think he's a young man.
I am a young man, and I'm Dr. Ayo Shunriade, and I'm Oyinkan's younger brother. Yeah.
In his dreams, he's an old man.
Did you ever see my birth certificate?
Let's leave that matter for another one.
I beg. So how's Atlanta?
Well, same. Sun is out. We're doing well. We're grateful. We're thankful to God. So
okay. What day is today's Sunday? Did you go to church?
You're still confused. This COVID.
I'm telling you, I don't know.
COVID.
I'm sorry.
We've lost the sense of date.
I don't even know what time. You see, as the real symptoms of losing taste and losing appetite. What they should also be talking about is losing the sense of time. Is in the number one symptom right now.
You can't tell time. You can't tell day. Is it Sunday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Friday? Everything is the same.
Every single day. So right now I just say, hey. So I just look at is it that, and then to make it worse, it's summertime here. So
it never gets dark.
It doesn't get dark until then. So you're looking and you're thinking, okay, at least I'm alive today.
You know the painful thing for me? I used to hate shopping, like grocery shopping.
You said that the last time. I used to enjoy it. That must have really affected you.
That's the only time I go out. Grocery shopping, I'm like...
and you're happy to go grocery shopping.
I'm telling you.
I don't go grocery shopping, but I go grocery shopping. I look at people on the streets. Everybody's looking at each other.
Yeah. Coronically, like somebody.
Coronically, that's a good one.
Problem. You can't cough.
You can't at all.
Just swallow it.
You're running next to somebody because I run a lot.
Yeah,
running next
to somebody. See them just move.
And you're trying to move, and then just realize that which one is better, to coronavirus or the car that's going to hit me? Just move back towards and then navigate. This coronavirus.
It's not good. It's not good at all. Before there's this place we used to take, it's a paved, we have the paved path and the grass. If you see everybody, we just dive to the grass, like it's okay. The grass, soldier ants, fire ants were fine.
and now people are much nicer as well. You just see people when you avoid them as you're running or you're walking, you avoid them. You now thank you that.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Brother shake.
So I'm like, but it's gonna be, I think post COVID is going to be really weird. I was thinking to someone, I started talking to a friend of mine who is in the airline industry and who works for Delta, and saying, and she was saying to me that she just didn't know what was going to happen in terms of travel, and that yes, they think they're going to get back in the air by May or end of May, but they are more worried about people getting onto flights. But the funny thing, I begin to think that when I see the way people are reacting, the first people that will get on flights, I can assure you, regular folks will not get on flights, but business people will get on flights.
They've got to make money.
They will get on flights. I'm seeing it here.
Wait. It's okay, but think about it. You're on the flight, everybody's feeling okay. All of a sudden, it all just goes, achoo! And everyone goes like,
Yeah, but I think there'll be there'll be new rules in place and regulations.
Actually, we were supposed to travel to Europe, and I was just looking because we haven't cancelled our ticket yet. It's in May. We're going to cancel. We're not going anywhere. We're staying home. But they were saying that there's some regulations that airlines, for now, I don't know how long that would last. I've tried to put a space in between.
No, it's going to last totally. It's going to last for a long time. It's going to last for.
So it's really going to cut down the capacity of.
It's going to last for a year.
The number of people that flights can go.
Yeah,
but the most painful one to me is I've been dreaming of doing this cruise in Europe. Barcelona.
It's unfortunate. But I think regular, but also I do believe that young people will want to travel. The only problem is that they won't have any money. I don't know what the problem will be in terms of lack of travel, because I think there's going to be a lot of pent-up demand for people that already want to get up and go.
I actually think the pent-up demand will be more local. You see people doing things more locally than before. Because the truth is, even though you may think that young people will want to travel, I think a lot of young people have seen their peers get really ill. And
they get ill but not die. They will be the ones, you see, so those are the two categories of people. Before we go to what we want to talk about, the two categories of people that will want to take any vacation are going to be the millennials, the younger or the ones much younger. The generation said they would not say any problem.
You know what? I think it depends on where. If they're if it's a place like New York and they've seen how devastating.
Oh yes, absolutely.
They probably would think so. I think it depends on your experience.
Absolutely, and that will be throughout for everybody. I mean, for example, I was thinking to myself that the next time I'm coming to Atlanta, and whenever that is in the next few weeks, months, whatever that is, that I will protect myself, but there's no way that I will not make sure that there's nobody that, no matter what they say, I must be sitting by myself. If that's
okay. So let's think about it and let us know. Let's know. Would you be willing to travel at this time? Or post the lockdowns or various
yes, let us know what kind of risks that you're willing to take after this, going back to normal life. So now going back to what we're going to talk about, Oyinkan, and this, for me, this is about you, because it's people like you that I worry about. Why is it that you black people? I know I'm
excuse me. No, I was wondering. I was just wondering, maybe.
Yes, but why is it that black people,
our people,
black people,
they're not your people.
Okay, our people.
We are talking.
Whether you're African American, you're African, you're Afro-Caribbean, you're Afro-Cuban, why is it that we always believe that any illness that happens to another race cannot affect us? And I'll tell you why. So far, I'm going to even talk about even just Africans, first of all. When they were in Africa, before all the people that were here ran back to Africa.
That we are safe.
And thought they were safe. And they kept saying, that you guys are going to. And I kept telling them when they were going that some of you are better off here. You are all rich. You have houses. You have a life here. You don't even need insurance. Just stay here. They said no. So I know a very, very rich man, rich family, not man, rich family. They took their old mother, who is 80-something, from here back to Lagos.
The truth is this, though, and I don't know where I heard it from, but even my own son told me that they said, and I don't know this day, said, it doesn't affect black people. So I do not know.
Doctor, your
no, it had nothing.
Medical Association.
No.
In an American Medical Association.
So it was so pervasive. It was so pervasive that it was everywhere. So, I mean, I don't know where that came.
What gives us I really need to think. Why are we so confident? First of all, we are cowards.
You know what? No.
First of all, let me tell you why we are cowards.
No.
When I say we are intellectual cowards, all the medication in the world was found. If you're talking about it, if it's malaria, it's the white man that found it, not the black man will not find it. The black man will not go and look for anything. We are not adventurous, is what I should really say. So because we're not adventurous, we do not find solutions to things.
No, you said the problem. You said the problem. You know the problem. We have a lot of sun. So we don't have to, we can survive.
That was my
If theory. You watch this, there was a theory my brother brought that you can die from hypothermia, but you're not likely to die from, well, you can die from heat stroke.
Heat stroke. No. That's heat stroke. No. Before 10 people will die from hypothermia.
No, hypothermia will kill you faster. Before the temperature rises.
Yes, because by the time you're looking, if for example you can probably find some nice quiet shelter, or the temperature goes down towards the evening, and no matter what happens, we are very slow in our thinking.
But no. hey, I just remember there's so many inventions that were from black people. I refuse to accept that.
Those black people were in the States now, where the weather was cold.
I don't know.
No. I've seen that.
It's not the function of our. It's the function of the location.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yes, but why would? For example, I'm very intellectually upward. Is that the right word?
No. Listen, I have a friend who I have people that have told me that all around Nigeria in some places, or in Ghana in some places, and I'm pretty sure it's happened in the States as well, where you just find black people congregating with all this coronavirus. They still will congregate around with them knowing that this is not going to affect. They are still giving themselves high five, congregating together.
You know the problem, because a lot of these things, it starts with, I think, on a more serious note, I think because the problem doesn't start from that location, so it's not taken as serious. And I think it cuts across race, it cuts across continents. Think about it. Concerning this current virus, the COVID-19,
yes,
which country thought they would not be severely affected?
No, I take that full on board. Almost every country thought they would not. I
think the problem maybe is because of where the origins of some of these problems happen. So when Ebola happened in Africa, they didn't say, "Oh, I'm immune."
Look, but that's not. But I understand that. I understand that. But now, when you tell them that, for example, you have the Gates Foundation trying to help Africa, and Melinda Gates makes a statement which I can't quote in verbatim, but it's just to say that she was scared about what could happen in Africa. And instead of Africans to take this on board and say, "Oh, you know what? This is real. How can we pressurize our governments to do what is right for us and make sure that we are safe?" And instead, you know what they are doing?
What?
Your people. I reject it in Jesus' name.
Do you accept it? Do you accept it?
Back to sender.
My enemy is going to happen to my enemy. You dodge it.
The thing is already there, which I say, which back to sender. It is there. The thing is there. It's killing you. It's killing you slowly but surely.
Sender. Who are the senders?
Say back to sender. Back to who? To Belinda Gates in Seattle with
This is a serious matter. This is a serious matter.
The stupidity behind that statement.
No. Look, listen. You cannot tell people not to use their faith to help them.
No, you should see. No, there's a lot of abuse and abuse. They abuse and insulting her. Why are they insulting her? What for?
How come you are always the one that sees all these things?
It's out there.
I don't see it. Why do you see it?
There's all the conspiracy theory about Gates wanting to do something.
Conspiracy theory. Is it not your people that were burning poles? Be careful. Your people in UK that were burning poles, and they had to tell them to stop burning poles. That it's not 5G. Don't let us go there.
We're talking about vaccines now. We're talking. You're becoming exactly like I said. You are just living in Atlanta. Sorry, you live in Atlanta. Atlanta has not lived in you. I said it before.
So which one is living in you?
I told you I'm British.
You're British.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've come to the conclusion that as a friend of mine, who you know, he came into town on Sunday morning. So
I thought everybody was on lockdown. Where is he flying from?
Of course, listen to how this happened. So he called me on Sunday. I woke up on Sunday around 10. I said I saw a message that he was in town. I said, right. Oh, how did you get it? How did you get in? He said he came PJ, that he and his friend, one of his friends, we had recorded for a private jet about 3 weeks ago, and they had just gotten clearance. So he came at the very first opportunity because he wasn't sure how long this was going to go on for.
Okay.
So I said, oh, that's interesting. Then so while we were saying that, I was talking about the fact that why did he even leave Lagos? I thought he was Nigerian. And he said, no, that they should just leave us alone. I said,
what the hell?
You took private jet and ran away to come to London. I said they should leave you alone. Why did you stay? You should have stayed. At this day, I've put up my hand. I told you that I am at home, back in London. Fine, this is my home. I've made up my mind.
I'm American. I'm Nigerian American.
You're abusing everybody. But the very first time, you didn't even call commercial jet. You came private jet. And you are happy strolling. You called me and told me the first thing that you're happy to be
himself. Seriously,
he is quarantining himself.
Okay, because that's something.
But I looked at it. I said, yeah, yes, they need to put this quarantine. Oh, they said they were all quarantining themselves. So I'm like, this is very nice. My thing about it. I said, oh, which I going back to him again, and then we had another altercation today about we were talking about forgiveness recently, and I'm like, well, you don't have to be with anybody to talk to anybody on a long term. You can forgive them and just move forward. You don't have to.
I'm a proponent of that. Yeah,
you don't have to be close to them, and you know where that was coming from. Anyway. Yeah. So when I said that, we kind of got into the religious situation again, and he said that he made the fundamental mistake that he should never have made. You should know. And I think I wasn't sure that it baited me. He talked about the two particular pastors that.
You've come again.
No. He said I should go. He said I should go.
What's he doing now?
I told him. I said immediately. I said those two pastors. I wouldn't mention this because we've always said we never mention names. I said those two pastors, those frauds. Why are they not going to heal somebody right now? Why are they not in church going to heal somebody? By the way, one of our cousins went to her today, and she's like you. She's very inconsistent. She laughed her head off. She said, absolutely, that why are they not going? In fact, I was so shocked because I thought that she was going to attack me. And she said yes. She said it. If they are real, all of them have healing ministry. Where are all the healing ministers now? Are they supposed to be putting their hand?
No, and I always say something, God has given us a brain to use wisdom. No, I'm not denying those that have, there may be some people I don't know, but I'm not part of them.
The last bishop that tried it in America is dead from coronavirus.
No, I mean, I feel like...
God may his soul rest in peace. But you see, we have to use our common sense. We have to start to realize that religion, look, Christianity is a great ideology. I live by those tenets, but I don't live by religious tenets. I do not believe that because religion has.
But I think sometimes we take things out of it. Listen, I'm always telling people, like, even God, there are times God tells you to run. There are times God tells you to move, and until you're 120% sure, and God won't tell you to do. Listen, I think we need to just be careful as religious people, not to force our faith on other people. We can tell people what we believe.
Very, very, very important.
We have to make sure that when we're doing that, we're not putting other people's lives in jeopardy. So
that's number one. That's number one. And I also think, and I know a lot of preachers and pastors, my pastor being one, conscious of that fact and doing. He said, God has given you the wisdom. He's the one that gave us the knowledge that we have. So let us use it to help people. And I just sometimes I steer off this religious conversation because I think it just brings more division than solutions. Because, You're right. But
so what I usually do is to just say what I think without taking those things that, because sometimes people now like cling and people are sometimes you have those battles with their faith. Anyway, let's go down that path. The point is this:
look at what is happening I like to give a balanced opinion as well, because if you look at it, even from the Islamic faith, some of the governors in my country or in Nigeria, as it were, right now, are allowing public gatherings of more than 50 people based on, and I'm talking to even friends of mine who are Muslims, and they are saying that is wrong. That one of the tenets of Islam in the Quran, which I don't know anything about, is that if there's if somebody has an infectious illness, you isolate the person, and everybody stays away from the person. And what these people are doing is wrong. So we have to.
But it's not. That's what I'm saying, though. You would see people that don't have any religious leanings still thinking the same way. So I think back to the question. Why do people of African descent feel things don't affect them? I think it's primarily because maybe the origin of those problems was not in their community, and for whatever reason, somebody, and that's why it's so important what we say. especially as public officers or
hold
on a minute. As public officers, as citizens, it's the same thing that people thought, oh, youth are not as affected with the COVID-19. And we're seeing that there are more people affected, there are more people hospitalized, there are more people, even as young people. So I think as public officials, as people, be careful what you say. Don't pass on information that you have not verified. And it's because, like you say, people say something and somebody else hears and it just goes with it. Just hear the beginning of what you say. And I think the voice of reasoning should be, as individuals, take responsibility for actions. Find out for yourself what is happening. Stop listening to
other people. Before we go to the voice of before we close this round, I also want to say something very important, which we have to give the black people the benefit of not benefits, to give them a bit of pass. The white people have deceived us and used us as guinea pigs in certain situations. And because that has happened over the generations, there's a lack of trust.
Oh, yeah.
And that is huge.
And you heard about the French doctors, what they said about trying vaccines amongst Africans.
But that was
but
that was misconstrued again. That was not.
But those are the things you have to be careful of when you are saying to people that, we're going to try with you first. You didn't say no. They took it out of context. They said, very simple, which I'm glad that I have this opportunity to talk about it. What they said was very simple. They never said they were going to do that. What they said was, there's already that trial going on in Europe. However, in Europe, people were already developing immunity. So they haven't developed that immunity for COVID yet in Africa because it was yet to reach there. Isn't it better, and this is common sense, isn't it better to go and give the vaccines as you are giving it to the people? Well, give it
to them as well in Africa. That is what he said. That's what he said.
Hold on.
So give it to people. Don't listen, Oyinkan.
But he said,
give it to people like it's like a random.
He did not say it the way you said it. That is why
he said it. He said that where there are people that there's prostitution. It was like, let's use those people. Listen, that is why you need to come take communication courses from me. You have to communicate it in such a way that people don't feel you are using them. Especially from what you said, with the background of what you just said. I find out that generally, not just black people, I'm beginning to find out that I used to think it was just black people, but even white people and black people, I'm beginning to find out that the advent of social media has created a distrust. And
so you don't know what to believe,
communication issues. Everybody take it out of context. You can't
take it out of context.
Nobody wants to listen. Yes, they don't want to listen. Yes, they look at it. They don't want to listen. They don't want to listen to what nobody, because it's so fast. They've heard about 5 different things in about 2 hours, and then they just pick up one that matters to them and they run away with it.
Oh, you know how they were saying, like, someone can come and just superimpose people on it and just say things. So because of the advancement in technology, people sometimes don't know what to believe.
Yeah. So there's a lot of responsibilities everywhere. So
everywhere.
Yeah. So for this, so I think for the black people doing that, it's a problem. But I hope that at least the educated ones will have a bit of common sense and will.
Like you said, sometimes I think we should just find out when you hear something. Do your research.
Yes.
Always err on the side of caution.
Yes.
Don't
always.
So whatever it is, like you're saying, sometimes you don't even know what is true or what is not true. So err on the side of caution. Look for the evidence before you make your decision. I think we need to end it here.
Okay, brilliant.
I think that's a good note to end it on.
Yes, and stop and don't go to the grocery shop today.
Not today.
I think I need to cancel you or give you some psychotherapy because this COVID is affecting you. Look at it. It's like I'm watching a movie where there's a psychic ward and the ward. Look at that. I need to give you some
I forget to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.